Right. Hello, family. Hello, friends. Today we are in North Carolina at Banana Land Media Studio. And I want to say a special thanks to Mr. Sam the Creative for giving us a space where we can share inspiring stories. Welcome to the Jasper Kumo Show. And today we are honored to have a very special guest. I'll let him introduce himself and then we'll proceed.
Yes, they call me Mr. MYOGENIC himself speaking. And of course today I'll be speaking on Jasper Kumo Studio. And I'm glad my name's officially Solomon Omboto, born and raised in Keroka. After high school, moved to United States in California, where I signed up with the United States Army. I served 11 years, starting at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, for 7 years, and I went to South Korea for 12 months. I was also privileged to serve in Georgia, Savannah, all the way Fort Stewart. But during Fort Stewart, I deployed to Europe, Italy, Poland, and Germany. And of course, I'm a married man. My wife also is in the army. She's actually currently serving in Italy. We are blessed with 3 sons, Eli, Jonathan, and Abel. As a veteran, I ventured into a new adventure. Came up with a program called MYOGENIC Africa Talent Academy, whereby we have Dr. Ezekiel Mutua as our chancellor, and we have Mzaz William Tuva as the patron. We have Jimwat Genge as the mentor when it comes to Genge music. We have Mary Mora mentoring the young athletics together with Eno Konchari. We also have Rachel Wanaina, who is my manager, and so have my PA. Thanks to Joy Grace. There's a big team. MYOGENIC has a very big team. Thank you to our partners who have chosen to partner with this journey of MYOGENIC, and also thank you for those who have entrusted to work with us in this creative industry to take it to another level.
Wow, what an introduction. Given the amount of work you've done, first of all, I would like to say thank you for your service. I know it's not an easy task in the army and everything. And we really do appreciate the work that you've done to protect the country. So, looking at your life, how's your life growing up? Can you take us back to Keroka? What was it life like growing up?
Well, the life in Keroka was full of adventure. I mean, a simple life, a village boy with extreme dreams. The things that I've accomplished today so far, I will pretty much tell you that those were my dreams when I was a little boy. I struggled like anybody else in the village, going to school on barefoot, sometimes going to bed with no food, sometimes going to school with no books and no pen to write on, but you have the hope that tomorrow will be better. Sometimes staying home weeks without going to school because of school fees, getting sick. I mean, it was not easy. Brought up, it was not easy, but we thank God we survived, and I think it kind of made me build my strong faith with God, which really honestly gave me hope, and I've seen that it's something that I can give back to the community, that if you are out there struggling and you think you're about to lose hope, turn to God and God will have all your answers. I mean, at the same time, you have to put in hard work. Of course, I worked hard through school. Through the challenges, I was able to graduate primary school, which they call it here middle school or what?
Yes.
Middle school, and then after that I went to high school. It was a struggle too. I mean, I graduated high school, and then after high school, I mean, I had the opportunity to get a green card, and I moved to United States. And then now, as a young youth in the United States and California, when I landed, I mean, you all know that California is full of land of talent, okay? Hollywood.
Yes.
So when I landed in California, I was like, man, I'm in the home of talent. So that's when I started getting the inspiration of what talent is all about. I mean, when I had Hollywood, the like of the people who are staying there, and the amount of money that their bills, I was like, talent beats everything. Talent beats everything. So that's when I started developing interest and trying to find out, because I grew up knowing that education is everything.
The key.
It's the key to success. So when I got to California, I was like, yeah, they were right, but at the same time, they needed to address talent. So I started making research, and then when I got out of the army, when I looked about the creative industry back home,
yes.
Our people who are into that industry, they are suffering from, number one, a lot of things, like they are not able to hit the global market. They are not able to hit the right income, and they are also not able to hit the right management. Yes. And also the country has not set up a system that will really gear them up for success, more especially, you know, when we talk about creative industry, it's a career. Yes. But I don't think in our country, Kenya, yet they have identified that these people are also need to be employed. They need to be on a payroll, you know, so that they can have a retirement plan. Because we have legends like Mama Kayai who are still on the industry, but I think they supposed to be on a retirement right now. Yes. The likes of the late Leonard Mambo Botera, he was in the creative industry to the last minute. So these folks, they also need to retire and to get to enjoy life after their career, because we need to also understand, just like a teacher, just like a soldier, just like, you know, soldiers, they hang boots. When they retire, they hang boots. They don't want to go back to war because they have done enough. So also in the creative industry, those guys, they need to hang their boots so that they can also retire and also let the upcoming youngsters get on board.
Wow, that's such a beautiful story. Like just looking at your transition from a very remote village in Kenya, you know, going through the entire immigration process and finding your way to the United States. Not only finding your way, but also serving the country, you know, in the capacity of the military. So can you briefly tell us about what was life like in the military? What are some of the lessons that you learned there that you have actually used today?
Wow. If I will tell a young man out there, if this is the best decision that I made as a young man, it was to serve my country. Sometimes, or most of the time, it's good to serve because you need to be served. But serve first, and then you'll be served later. Yes. That's my policy. Joining the United States Army helped me identify multiple talents that I did not know that I have. I did not know that I can run so fast until I joined the Army. When I went to the recruiting station, yes, when they told me to shoot the 2 miles, I was the champion in the Sacramento recruiting station. I was the story of the town. Wow. And then I was like, that is so amazing. I did not know that I was really good in running. And throughout my Army career, when I went to boot camp, I beat everybody, and my commander asked me, where are you from? I said, from Kenya. He said, no wonder you can run fast like that. So that is a talent that I did not appreciate, or my country back home did not appreciate. But in the Army, I will tell you, my first 4 ranks, making from E1, E2, E3, E4, I was promoted very fast because I could run. And I joined the Army 10 Myra team where I was representing my company, 21st MP Military Police Company Airborne. Okay? I was a proud mechanic. Also, when I joined the Army, they gave me an MOS to be a war vehicle mechanic, which through that I found out that I was really good in the engineering, mechanical engineering, whereby by the time I'm leaving the military, the next job I landed was with the Gulfstream as an aircraft mechanic.
Wow.
So that's another talent that I didn't know that I had.
Yes.
Also in the Army, I was exposed to a lot of talents, like, you know, when I was in South Korea, I met this man, thank you, Russell Jordan, who came in to the Army to train. But his training was all about, he could write a script and do little play to, you know, teach soldiers about suicide prevention, sexual harassment, and domestic violence, where he gave me a role as a chaplain on the second chance play, where I did act as a chaplain in the Army. So I did not know that I had the talent of acting also. So to cut the story short, the Army life was the best life. I enjoyed everything, the bitterness, the hardship, the training, the discipline, time management, leadership skills, and I was humbled and honored to be a staff sergeant in the United States Army, and that means a leader of soldiers. I loved leading the soldiers, I loved training the soldiers, I loved learning from my superior and my soldiers as well. And it was sad that, of course, you know, in the Army we do a lot. After I had a knee injury after jumping from a parachute, which led to 2 successful surgeries, I thank God. But after my second surgery, my doctor recommended a medical retirement, which that's why I had to hang my boots earlier. But I was saddened to leave the Army life, because as you see, after high school, straight to the Army, yes. Serving 11 years, that was pretty much a career that I wanted to build. I'd already worked so hard for 11 years, and now you're being told, man, we're putting all this career to a stop. It was not easy to accept. Yes. I will say that it brought depression to my mind. I suffered from mental health, and thank God to behavioral health that I was able to go and seek help, and they were able to shed the light at the end of the tunnel and told me, Solomon, you don't have to feel bad. Just because your knee is broken, your brain is not broken.
Yes.
That was a wake-up call that I can still do something. So the Army was my identity. I used to identify myself as a U.S. Army soldier. So when I lost that identity, it was not easy to accept that I'm no longer a soldier. But God gave me a vision to come and serve on the civilian world. That's why now I'm serving in the talent industry. And I got a new name called MYOGENIC. That's why now I am so strong saying that the Army prepared me for what I'm doing now. Yes. So thanks to the United States Army.
Wow. So you've lived quite a structured life. I know in the military you have protocols for everything. You have your day plans and everything. So what was it like now balancing between your family and the military, and also how was the transition like from the military to the civilian world? Did you find it hard to adjust to the civilian world, which is more laid back and less structured? Or how did you make that transition balance between your family, your military duties and the civilian world? How was that transition?
Well, while he's serving on active duty, and I thank I had a very understanding wife. Thank you. And after she joined the army, also, you know, there was a time we were both in the army. We served both together in the army for 5 years, together in the army. But before the 6 years when she was a civilian, she was able to, you know, the army, they have a program that support family, okay? So sometimes they will do like a family event, and the spouse will come and they will explain to the spouse what they expect for them to take care of the soldier while they are serving. So that helps a lot, because now you don't have to explain a lot, because we are sometimes on a moment of a phone call away. I could be done from work and I could be heading home, and then boom, as a leader, you're being told your soldier need help. So you gotta turn around and go get that soldier help. So you have to explain yourself to your spouse, because again, you can't expect them to know. So it's your responsibility, and also the army has put those programs out there. So it's for you to bring your spouse to those programs so that they can be up to speed, so that they can help you and give you humble time to serve. So, and also I would say people imagine a lot how the army structure with the family will be like. So we also do what we call like a regular job. We go 5 in the morning, we salute the flag, we sing the national anthem, we go do physical training from 6:30 to 7:30 to around 8. We break off for breakfast, and then, you know, refreshment, you go shower. By 9, you report back to work. I think it's 9:30. Yeah, 9:30, if I'm not wrong. By 9 or 9, I think 9:30, you report to work. Then by 11:30, you're breaking off for lunch. Then by 1 o'clock, you're back to work. By 4, you're done. You're going back home, and then we do Monday through Friday. So Monday through Friday, the weekends, I'm home with my family. And then the good thing, you didn't know that the army, every month, we used to have a 4-day weekend. So, like, for instance, we could get off from work Wednesday evening and we report to work on Monday. Sometimes we'll leave Thursday evening, we report to work on Tuesday morning. So it depends on which kind of holiday we are talking about. So I will say pretty much what people don't know, you get more free time in the army than in the civilian world.
Okay.
To spend with your family. But people don't really understand that. People don't really know that. They think that in the army, you don't really get to find time to spend. Actually, in the army, I had more time to spend with my family than now as myogenic.
Interesting.
Yeah, I will promise you that. Because I had a schedule from Monday to Friday, period. Then the weekend I will spend probably maybe one weekend I will be called to do staff duty. I mean, that's once in a while. So, and maybe when we go to the field for maybe a month, then all those weekends I will spend them in them. But when we come back from the field, then we'll probably have a 4-day. So I had plenty of time. I had plenty of time to spend with my family when I was in the army, more than now. So transitioning from the army to the civilian world, number one, it was not easy. Myself to accept, to put that uniform aside, because I took pride in that uniform. I took pride in that uniform. I loved that uniform. Like I said, all my identity evolved in that uniform. I had all my 3 sons while I was in service, so they knew their dad was a soldier. So now me telling them, no, I'm not a soldier anymore, it's kind of hard.
Yes.
Okay? All my my parents, my relatives, my friends, my church members, they identified me as a soldier. So it was hard to lose that title. So, but at the same time, when you come to the civilian world, the way in the army we do things and how we do things, because in the army we work together as a team. Okay? So in a company, you know who is supposed to be doing what. So you don't have to explain much on who was supposed to do what. But in the civilian world, it's so difficult to have trust that somebody will pull that duty that you assign them to do. They will always have an excuse why they didn't do it. In the army, we said you shouldn't have an excuse why you didn't do it, because you accepted that assignment. You accepted that assignment. You knew what it took to do that assignment. You knew the time, the uniform, the press, and everything was put out to you. But in the civilian world, you can put that out, and still they will find an excuse to tell you why they did not do it. So sometimes I get frustrated, but sometimes I feel I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be frustrated, because the training I have, they don't have it. So sometimes I try to train my team, like the MYOGENIC team, to catch up to speed on the Army standard. Yes. Sometimes they say I'm so tough on them, but I mean, that's the only way the Army taught me that things can work. If you don't hit the target at the right time, and then you're missing the target big time. So I always tell them, hey, time management is the key. And I will tell you today that money is hidden on time. If you lose time, you're losing money. So yes, dealing with the civilian has been difficult for me, but one thing that also the training that I had from the Army, you need to adapt. So I've started adapting back to the civilian world and accepting to work with the civilian. So it's been a journey. I'm still on the journey. There are things that I'm not willing to let go of the Army standards. There are things I have to let go so that I can also fit in and work together with the civilian world.
Wow, that's quite a transition, and thank you so much for letting people know that being in the Army does not mean that your freedom is restricted. If anything, you'll have more time with your family, which
Exactly.
brings the whole aspect of the work-life balance, which is something that we also strive for as civilians. Right now, there is always a time when you want your work to give you a break and get all that, but I'm glad that the Army actually makes that as a priority for you to spend time with your family. So when you were done with the retirement and everything, you transitioned back to the motherland. So maybe tell us a bit about how did you come up with the name MYOGENIC, and give us a brief history of what inspired you to create a company that basically helps people realize their talents.
Before I answer that, I will actually also say that in the Army, they also give you not only free time to go to spend time with your family, but they also give you free time and they encourage you to go to school, to also increase your civilian education. So in the military, they pay tuition assistant for you to go to school, and if you have to make that arrangement with your company commander, where they will sign a memorandum for you to be going to school at this time of the hour of the day, so that you also don't lose civilian education. So in the Army, I was able to actually work on my associate degree. So like you said, MYOGENIC is a very powerful name, and I will tell you from today, if you didn't know, MYOGENIC is very powerful name. If you really think about, we have what we call a water pump that pumps water from point A to point B.
Yes.
But all these pumps, we have different types of pump. We have a solar powered pump, We have a fuel-powered pump, we have a manual-powered pump, and even a solar-powered pump. But once you have that understanding, you will now understand that me and you and everybody else have a pump that is called a human heart.
Yes.
Now, have you ever wondered or asked yourself which kind of power that powers your heart to pump blood from head to toe? Have you ever wondered what powers?
I only know about arteries and veins, and that's all I know about the heart.
Good. So when you think about of the human heart, it's a pump that pumps blood. But this pump is also powered by the myogenic system. The heart itself has muscles. Actually, the human heart is pure muscles. So it generates its energy from within its own muscles to pump blood. And that system is called myogenic, making a human heart independent. The human heart does not depend on any other part of the body to pump blood. It does its job independently. I learned that when I was in Form 2, and I was like, I also need to be like that human heart, so I can also power myself independently. So I started becoming myogenic way back when I was in high school. So if you really think about it now, later when I thought about it, when I started this idea of identifying and nurturing talent, I kind of, come to realize also talent, when you are talented or when you have a talent, it's not something that you can create and put to yourself. It's something that is natural, something that is coming from within you.
Yes.
Just like the muscles of the heart. If you identify it and nurture it and have discipline about it, you will become myogenic. You will be independent. Look at LeBron James. Don't you think LeBron James is myogenic?
He is.
Don't you think he has a myogenic talent?
Of course.
Can he transfer that talent to somebody else?
I don't know about transfer.
But he can teach.
He could inspire.
He can inspire and
Yes.
teach.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at Mary Moraa, the 800-meter world champion, she's myogenic. She has a myogenic talent. Look at you. What you're doing. You have a myogenic talent. So everybody out here has some type of talent. And some of us are blessed to have even 4, 5, 6 talents. And even God himself says that I will ask you what you did with your talent when I meet you. So we need to understand that our Creator gave us talent. Okay? Remember David, he had a talent of being a soldier without training. When he was facing Goliath, he used his talent.
Yes.
Okay? He was prepared with a sling and a stone. Nobody told him that. His talent told him that. His talent told him, hey, David, you can use that sling. You don't need the sword. You don't need nothing. So, and he was also multi-talented. As you can imagine, he used to sing to Saul to calm his nerve down. And the Bible doesn't even tell us that he went to school to learn how to play music. So he was multi-talented, and you can also say that he was able to lead the Israelites to war at that point of time when Saul and the entire army could not lead the Israelites to war. So he became a leader that day. So even leadership is a talent.
Yes.
But you need to develop it. you can have talent. That's why MYOGENIC mentorship program is here to offer that mentorship, so that we can identify your talent, put you into our mentorship program, get you into an expert, a subject matter of an expert in your field, so that we can assign you to a mentor who can get you to speed and get you to where you want to get.
Wow. So that's quite, history of how you came up with the name. So what were some of the defining moments in your life that push you towards that purpose?
One, when I looked back on how our creative industry, people who have big name, but they don't have the big money as we think. And when I looked the problem, number one, our government has not set up a good system for them to make good money. Number two, they have not been able to explore the global market, whereby, an artist, for instance, if I take a musician from Kenya and bring him to United States, his pay grade will rise up a little bit, a bit. By the time he goes back to Kenya, his rate card will also rise.
Yes.
And he will also have an opportunity to have a new environment to create more, create more content. Because also, when you talk about being creative, you can be creative about the surrounding. If you stay in Kisii, you will only be creative what you see.
Then Kisii.
Because that's what inspires you to be creative.
Yes.
You understand? But when you travel, you'll be like, okay. The experience of exposure. You see how other people are doing different things. Maybe you're used to that local studio. When you travel and you come like to Banana Studios here,
yes,
you'll be amazed, like, I didn't know this existed.
Yes.
And then you can create a song, or you can create a content based on this phone call.
Yes.
Because you have now seen it. And you ask questions, how does it work? How did it work? Now you start bringing that up in the creative industry. Because as the Waswahili people say, wasanii ni kioo cha jamii.
Yes.
They actually put awareness on what is happening around our environment. So change of environment is needed in the creative industry of Africa, and that is what MYOGENIC mentorship program is offering. And that's why we're here today.
So I know going into a different country and building something of that proportion can be a very difficult task. So how did you break into the Kenyan market? How did you introduce yourself to the Kenyan industry, and how did you feel like they accepted you? Did you feel like you were easily accepted? Did you face any challenges? What was the introduction like to now the Kenyan market?
Have you ever jumped into a cold ice water?
No.
Can you imagine what will happen if you take off your clothes and jump into a cold ice water?
You'll freeze.
You'll freeze.
Yes.
Of course, I freezed.
Yes.
When I jumped into the Kenyan industry,
yes,
of creative industry, I freezed. The first 4 months were crazy because number one, people thought that this program is going to take them to America tomorrow. It's like when you preach that we're going to go to heaven, and you ask yourself, when I started growing up, I heard about this going to heaven. I'm now growing old. We're still talking about going to heaven. So it's like Noah building a boat and telling people that, hey, you know, they will come and help me build this boat. And people will come and build for 2 days and they'll be like, no, I don't think your dream is right. I'm not on board. So I had those kind of setbacks. I could get folks on board. They would be excited. Oh, myogenic, this is a good idea. Let's do it. And then the next minute, you know it, they are not in the formation anymore. You lose about half of the formation. There was a time I lost about 90% of the formation.
Wow.
I lost 90% of the formation,
Yeah.
and some of them went online and blogged and said this myogenic program is malicious, it's not going anywhere. But I'm like, yeah, you're right. According to you, it's not going anywhere. But according to myogenic himself speaking,
Yes.
I know where it's going. I am the vision bearer, and I know exactly where I'm going. And everything has a start. A journey of 1,000 kilometers starts with 1 kilometer.
Single step.
So when you are on those single steps, the first steps, of course nobody's going to believe you. You are going to finish the journey. And even yourself, you doubt that you are able to finish the journey. But through God and through people who came through like Mzazi William Tuva, who has been from the very beginning, he has stood with me and he has believed in the myogenic dream and he has endorsed the myogenic dream. And also, speaking of that, we have another legend called Jim Watt, who started this journey with me. He has endorsed the program. He has worked with me the journey. He believes in the myogenic vision and mission. Also, thanks to Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, who also jumped on board on the way, and he believed on the program. He actually is my mentor.
Wow.
Came and shaped me and told me, myogenic, I've had your idea, I've had your vision, I want to help you repackage it. So he helped me repackage it, and with the time I'm getting a lot of people, like now Mama Kaya is on board.
Yeah.
Of course, she's an agent, she's been in the industry, so I won't say it was easy to penetrate, but what I say, if it comes easy, you will lose it easy. So success does not walk to you. You must walk to success. And sometimes that journey is difficult, it's discouraging. There was a time I did the show in Mombasa. 2 weeks later, I did another one in Nakuru.
Yes.
2 weeks later, I did another one in Kisii. 2 weeks later, I did another one in Kakamega. Moving a team of 20 to 30 people
Wow.
from Nairobi to Mombasa, hosting them in a hotel, what they eat, what they drink, where they sleep, setting up an event, getting a venue, getting what it takes to have that event successful, and coming out of pocket every other 2 weeks. I think after that, I had a mental crash. And I called myself to a meeting and is it worth it? I almost stopped. That's when I lost 90% of the formation. At that time, I crashed, but I'm a prayerful man. And I always trust in God.
Yes.
And I always trust in the process. Remember, I had that 6 successful jump with a parachute.
Yes.
The 37 did not unfold, but I got down safe and I had a knee injury. So at that point of time, I was reminded again, second time, that if you were able to make it through the parachute, even if this formation has fallen, you'll be good. So I got encouraged, and then after I lost that formation, that's when exactly Dr. Ezekiel Ntua and the other team jumped on board and brought the new energy that was needed. So sometimes, like trees, they shed their leaves for a reason.
Yes.
So sometimes it's good to lose people that you're working together so that you can have new energy coming in.
Yes.
So under MYOGENIC, we are open to get more mentors to join in this program because, of course, it's a program that need more people to jump on board to help us accomplish the mission. But so far, Ebenezer.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I can imagine penetrating into a new market. You went through a lot of losses and everything, but you've also mentioned Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, who was very instrumental with the repackaging the whole MYOGENIC. And I've noticed something in your pattern. You not only work with older people, but you have a way of also working with younger individuals. Why is it important to you to work with both the younger and the older individuals to achieve this mission?
You see now the world evolve. We need the old to give us how it has been done. We need my age who also have the knowledge how it was done after. And we need the new upcoming, like my PA, Joy Grace. She's a Gen Z.
Yes.
She's a Gen Z, very, very, very creative, high speed, and I mean, you know, and these folks, you know, the new folks, they are more inclined to technology.
Yes. Unlike
the old folks. The old folks are still riding on the old train on how things were done without technology. Yes. So if you put your formation 100% of the old folks, you are drowning really fast. But also remember, old folks, like they say, old is gold. Keep them in that formation.
Yes.
Because they will also help us slow down. Because, you know, they say slow but sure.
Yes.
So they will also help us to slow down as youngsters, because I'm still young. I move very fast, and the new guys, like the Gen Zs, and yes. I wish our government could listen to the Gen Zs and give them a chance to serve. Because Gen Zs, not only they have new ideas, they also have the new technology at their fingertips, which we don't. I grew up without knowing that there is something called YouTube. How old is YouTube? Probably more than older than I am.
Yeah.
But I only knew YouTube exist when I landed in the US 2010. Yes. That's when I learned that there was something called YouTube. I learned about Craigslist, like finding job online, when I landed in the United States. I learned a lot of technology when I was already a young man. Like 20s, on my 20s, that's when I started even having my first phone, you know, even getting to realize that, oh, there's Google Map, there's, you know, but you see now the Gen Zs, they have been born with it. They have been born with it. They, you know, like all my sons, they were born having a TV in the house, which I did not. They were born having myself having a phone and my wife having a phone. So they had a chance to sneak in, and they are born having iPads and laptops, which I grew up not knowing. So at my age, I grew up with no technology. What about the people who are way older than me? Of course, they grew up with no technology at all. And today, as we're speaking, I will tell you, if you are a businessman and you're not doing business online, you are not in business. Definitely. So bottom line, our government need to jump and bring these folks on board because they understand a lot when it comes to technology. Right now, we are kicking into AI. Actually, MYOGENIC, I'm looking forward to find how I can partner with some companies with AI so that they can help us push our agenda way faster than before. So the new generation has a lot to offer. So as the CEO of MYOGENIC, I have made up my mind that I will mix my formation with both young, middle, and old.
Yeah, that's really good. It's good that you're embracing technology, and you're also not only using the knowledge of the old people, but you're also embracing the new ways of doing things with the young people. And I think that's a very good way of thinking as a CEO. Even once the company, once you retire one day, the younger ones will come and take over.
Exactly.
So it's a wonderful way to transition that.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know MYOGENIC, can you briefly tell us what services do you offer, and what are some of the ways that you're going to help the talented people grow?
Thank you. In the MYOGENIC Africa Mentorship Program, we do offer what we call, first we identify talent from any type of talent. We do not discriminate. So for instance, if you are, like I said, if you are talented in music, we will get you a mentor in your line of duty. And then we connect you with that mentor, and also we teach you a couple of things, getting yourself ready for the global market. Number one, many people, they don't have even their Kenyan ID. So we start pushing you to get your Kenyan ID. Many people don't even have their birth certificate. We push you to get your birth certificate, and we push you to get your passport. And some folks, believe me or not, their high school certificate is still back in school. So we push you to go correct those documents and have them ready. And also, I also push people in my team to have a driver license, because the world is moving to those who have that. You need, for me to have a successful mentee, I always recommend they have those 5 documents.
Yeah. So
that when an opportunity rises, for instance, like right now, when we were putting in people to travel for the MYOGENIC mentorship program in North Carolina, a lot of people didn't have passports, so they did not even pass to that phase.
Yes.
So that is an opportunity that was lost. But I gave them hope, because this program is an annual program. We will be doing an annual program in the United States, but we will be going through different states. So I urge, if you didn't have your passport, go get one. Get ready for next year, so that you don't lose the second chance. So at the same time, we have classes, master class, where we teach mental health, which is a crisis in today's creative industry. We also teach financial literacy. We also teach public speaking. As a creative art, you need to learn about public speaking, because after you have done well, you might run into an interview and you don't really know what to say.
True.
And people be like, "You're really good in what you're doing, but you don't know you don't know how to say. You don't know how to express yourself." I think you've seen that.
Yes.
So we want to clean that up in the MYOGENIC industry. Also, we will be teaching on how you can even win a scholarship to go to these schools and the colleges that are here in the United States, in Canada, Australia. They can give you a scholarship if you are so talented. So we mentor you through all those processes, okay?
Yeah, that's quite a lot, and I'm sure that as time goes by, a lot of needs are going to arise,
Right.
and you'll be offering more services also in future. So I know that you're making your first, diaspora conference in the United States. So tell us a bit about, how you're planning to introduce your work to a new group, which is the diaspora, and what can the attendees of that event expect from you?
Good. We have organized an event which is happening tomorrow at UBLC, Raleigh, North Carolina. Fast in Fight, if you guys didn't know, North Carolina is really big. That's why they flew the Fast Fight. That's why our license plates are written Fast in Fight. So that's where MYOGENIC is taking its first flight in the US. That's why I chose North Carolina, so that MYOGENIC can have its first flight in North Carolina. And also, as we know that the United States is home of the brave, and since MYOGENIC is brave, I wanted to start that MYOGENIC mentorship program right at the home of the brave. Okay?
Yes.
So tomorrow we are at UBLC, and we want to welcome you there. We will have leaders, people from the creative industry. Mama Kayayi will be there. Honorable Hulda Mamanyi will be there. Mukenya Marekani will be there. MYOGENIC himself will be there. Chaspa Kumo will be there. A lot of people that I cannot forget to mention. My manager, Rachel Wanaina, will be there. And many more will be there. So welcome one and welcome all.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting that you chose North Carolina, as you said, first in flight, which I find very symbolic. That was really brilliant of you to do that. And I'm sure that people from North Carolina and even the entire United States are invited to that particular event. So what kind of impact are you hoping this event will have?
This event will bring the realization of the African American community to have an awareness that we need to identify and nurture our talent. And also, I'm looking forward to form a MYOGENIC team right here in North Carolina, which will be coordinating the Kenyan MYOGENIC team, so that we have a new team that will be coordinating the diaspora, the Kenyan African American and the Americans who are here. And also, another impact is I'm looking for getting partners from the United States who are going to partner with me so that they can also help me fulfill this dream. Another impact is to also glorify God that He has really brought me this far. As a young man, when I came to North Carolina 2012, nobody knew that I had all this in mind. So when they say that, I believe they will be amazed and be surprised. Oh, we didn't know Solomon can do that. And now that I'm coming back, not as Solomon, but as MYOGENIC.
Yes.
So I believe they'll be like, wow, MYOGENIC indeed. So I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward for that event tomorrow. And I thank God that He has helped me to put everything together.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of plans you have for the community, and I thank you for elaborating on the impact and how this is going to help people. So tomorrow, I know we have a lot of guests coming in. and you've highlighted, the likes of Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, Mama Kayai, and all the legends that have been in the industry. What kind of advice would you give to someone who wants to get to that level where they would want to impact, or they would want to be a mentor or a partner with your organization?
First of all, as you have learned that in the army, it taught me a lot about discipline. I like to work with people who have discipline. I like to work with people who can be trusted. I like to work with people who have hope, who can give me hope as I give them hope. Those are the kind of partners that I'm looking. I'm not looking for a partner who will come in and start discouraging me. I've had that before, and I've told them, thank you for your service. It was nice meeting you, but I can't work with you because you are here bringing me negative energy. I need positive energy. I need to move forward. And I also tell my partners, if you feel that I'm bringing in negative energy, just shake my hand and tell me, hey, MYOGENIC, it was nice having with you, but I think I don't like your energy. It's okay, because probably I'm not meant to serve alongside with you. But again, I like when I'm not in the right, I like apologizing. And if I've wronged anybody through the journey of MYOGENIC as we have started, accept my apology. And I'm willing to work with anybody who is on board, and we can get this MYOGENIC to another level.
Yeah, that's really encouraging. So how do you want to evolve, or how do you want your work to evolve in the next 5 years? Give us a 5-year plan.
A 5-year plan. I want before the end of the 5 year, I want one day Kenya Airways. I want to feel a full Kenyan Airways flying from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to JFK to be full of creative industry, full of creative art. I'm looking forward to an airplane flying straight from Kenya to New York. All the passengers on board is full of creative art, so that we can bring the authentic culture, not only just culture, authentic talent that still in Africa that has not been discovered yet, so that we can have a big culture event to showcase our African talent in New York. And I'm looking for a very big day that, by doing that, there's a lot that you are not thinking that is happening. You are increasing the business. People will come in and go to hotels. People will come in, they will eat food, they will sell, they will buy. So it's going to be like a day of a game changer for Africa. That's one of my dreams. And second, by 5 years, I want to be able to mentor and train more than 10,000 youths, or more than 10,000 youths. Yeah,
that's quite a big dream, for sure. And I believe that with the determination that you've shown at the very beginning, I'm sure you'll be able to achieve all those dreams. And even much more. And me as Jasper Kumo, you have my support.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to also help with your journey. So, if you could leave people with one message about believing in their potential, what will that message be?
Find your lane. understand your assignment, understand your talent, stay disciplined, have faith and trust the process, understand your support system, and use them while they last. Take advantage of the people who are coming to help you. Don't grow too fast, and don't think that you are grown.
Yes.
You always have room to grow. The sky is the limit. Just because you are a star on your hometown, don't just go back on the couch and say, you know, I've made it. No, go to the next town and become a star.
Yes.
Go to other town and become a star. Go to the world and become a star.
Yes.
And above all, be faithful to your God and stay to God's standard, and always give thanks and glory to God. You will go far.
Wow, what an encouragement. Do you have any shout outs, people you want to shout out?
I want to shout out to Mzazi William Tuva from Radio Citizen, Mambo Mseto, East Africa. I also want to shout out to Dr. Ezekiel Mtua, CEO of Music Kenya Corporate Society. I also want to shout out to my wife, Caroline Omboto. Shout out to my boys, Eli, Jonathan, and Abel. I want to shout out to my aunt, Mary Nyakundi, and the Nyakundi family. I want to shout out to the entire MYOGENIC team, the creative industry of MYOGENIC. I want to say that as your CEO, you make me proud. And all my fans, my YouTube subscribers, my Facebook followers, my TikTok followers, my IG followers, thank you for subscribing, and encourage more people to come in on board so that they can stay on speed on what is MYOGENIC offering, so that we can grow that young talent all the way to the grassroots.
How can people find you on social media? What are some of the ways we can reach out to you?
On social media, they can find me MYOGENIC at the MYOGENIC Movement. They can also find me on Facebook, Solomon Omboto. They can also find me on Instagram, MYOGENIC KE. They can find me on YouTube, MYOGENIC. They can find me on TikTok, MYOGENIC, and also Solo Genius. So, and also they can come to our office in Kileleshwa. We have an office there. Yeah.
Wow. You've heard from the man, the legend himself, Mr. MYOGENIC. And from Banana Media, from Jasper Kumo Show, we'd like to say thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And we look forward to the event this weekend at UBRC.
Yes.
Yes, UBRC will have a lot of guests, will have a lot of presentations. So anyone out there, I would like to encourage you to please support my brother, my mentor, so that he can be able to achieve his dream and also impact the lives of people out there, not only the old, the youth, also people in the middle age, so that one day Africa will grow and we are able to realize our talents. So thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
And looking forward to the great work that you're going to do to this nation.